Welcome to the tutorial for how to complete a standard operating procedure, or SOP, for our micro-enterprise home kitchen operation, also known as MEHKO. We will provide examples for you as we go through the tutorial. The purpose of this document is to ensure that the MEHKO operates in accordance to standard food safety requirements for a MEHKO. If you have any questions regarding this document, please contact Home-Based Food Operations at homebasedfoods@ph.lacounty.gov. Please ensure to print or type all information. By completing this document and initialing each field, you certify that you agree to and understand these food safety requirements. You must always keep a copy of these procedures at the MEHKO and have these available during inspections. Contact the Home-Based Food Operations program with any questions or changes to the operation. It is important to note that if you are planning to operate a compact mobile food operation, CMFO, in conjunction with the MEHKO, please use the written operational procedures for a food cart and refer to the CMFO website for the application process. We will start in the first section titled MEHKO Owner Operator Information. This is where the name of your business will go, like the sample shown here. A MEHKO is limited to one full-time equivalent employee, totaling up to 40 hours a week, that is not a family or a household member. Indicate the number of employees the MEHKO will have, followed by the number of hours each employee will work per week. The Compact Mobile Food Operation CMFO section is for those who plan to operate a CMFO in combination with the MEHKO. If you do not plan to operate a CMFO in combination with the MEHKO, you can skip to the Operations section. For those that do plan to operate a CMFO with the MEHKO, you will indicate the amount of carts you plan on operating. Remember, you can only operate up to 2 CMFO carts with the MEHKO. Be sure to thoroughly read the following 4 sections. Once you have read and understood these sections, please make sure you initial. Your initials will inform the county that you have read and understood the sections. Moving on to the operations section. Please be sure to read the 3 statements below. Once you have read and understood the statements, write your initials in the indicated space. Once you have written your initials, select how you will track the number of meals that are being served per day and per week. If there is another way that you'll be tracking, be sure to specify. Now we will go over the advertisement section. This section goes over how you can and cannot promote your business. For example, you cannot use outdoor signs and advertisements at your place of residence, and you cannot use the word catering or any form of the word. Moving forward to foods to be prepared and proposed menu. Here, you will list menu items that you plan on selling. This includes all foods, beverages, seasonal menus, and allergens. If you are planning to offer raw or undercooked food, customers need to be informed in writing that there is an increase in getting foodborne illness. Now, you will select what applies to your menu. Will you be selling non-potentially hazardous foods only, or will you be selling potentially hazardous foods? Then, select any of the 9 major food allergens listed if they are an ingredient that will be used. The final part in this section is listing out your menu items and listing out the ingredients. Please be sure to be as detailed as possible. After completing the proposed menu section, you will move on to the food storage section. Here, you will list where the food, equipment, utensils, or linens that will be used for your MEHKO will be stored. If additional space is needed, feel free to add additional pages. Next is food service and delivery. In this section, you will write your initials in the indicated area once you have read and understood that food cannot be served in the front yard. You will then select the appropriate answer indicating if food products will be available for customer pickup and if the MEHKO will deliver food products to customers. If your MEHKO will deliver food products to customers, who will deliver the food and how will food be transported? Please make sure to be as detailed as possible. It is important to know that MEHKOs may not use third-party delivery apps like Uber Eats, Postmates, Grubhub, DoorDash, or other companies. Continuing with the food delivery section, you will now initial the indicated area that states that you understand that all food must be delivered directly to the customer. You will then provide the maximum miles and time in transit that your MEHKO will take to deliver food. Once you have read and understood that food is to be transported in hot or cold holding equipment if the delivery is over 30 minutes, you will initial. Now, you will describe how food will be properly held hot and cold during transportation. Then, you will describe how food will be packaged for transport. Moving on to general requirements. Please make sure to read everything thoroughly and initial once you have understood the requirements. Remember, by initialing, you certify that you agree to and understand these food safety requirements. Training and licensing. This section is to make sure you understand that the owner must possess a valid ANSI-approved Food Safety Manager certification and that all other employees and individuals who handle food, utensils, or equipment must possess a valid Los Angeles County approved food handler certification. Once you have read and understood the sections, please initial in the indicated areas. Food handler health and hygiene. In this section, by initialing in the indicated areas, you are stating that you understand to what is listed and will be following the procedures. By taking these precautions, you are taking the necessary steps to keep your customer satisfied and healthy. Continuing to food protection. Here, you will place your initials once you have read and understood everything that will need to be verified. Once completing this section, you may move to the next. Warewashing. Here, you will select how multi-use utensils and equipment will be cleaned and sanitized. Be sure to select all that apply. Then, select the type of sanitizer that will be used. After selecting the type of sanitizer that will be used, you will have to answer how the sanitizer concentration will be tested. Another initial will be required. If you have any questions, please refer to a guide to food safety in a micro-enterprise home kitchen operation. Now, describe the cleaning, sanitizing, and drying process that will be used. Now, we are on the potable water source section of the SOP. Make sure to thoroughly read each section and initial where needed. Here, you will also indicate your potable water source. It is important to know that if you have a private well, you must have water quality testing done by a state-certified laboratory. Wastewater, garbage, organic waste, fat, oil, and grease disposal. This section is to make sure that you understand what needs to be done in the event of plumbing issues, where garbage will be stored, how fats, oils, and greases will be disposed of, and more. Please be sure to read everything and initial once you understand the standard procedures. Obligation to close. You may wonder what are examples of when you would have to close. Please read the conditions that are listed, as these would be reasons for your MEHKO to immediately close. Los Angeles County Department of Public Health's main concern is the public safety. Therefore, it is very important to know when operations must immediately stop. Once you have read and understood, please initial the indicated area. We are now on the final section of page 8, Acknowledgement. Again, make sure that you have read what is in this section, as you are stating that you will be in compliance with the requirements and will inform the Environmental Health Division 20 days prior to making any changes. Once you have thoroughly read the information, please sign, print your name, date, and inform us of your title. Remember, you must keep a copy of these approved procedures with you. Once all sections have been completely filled out, submit the standard operating procedure to the Home-Based Food Operations Program. Thank you for following along. This concludes the tutorial on the standard operating procedure.